a fence separates you and your neighbors physically, right? But in some cases, you might be miles apart when it comes to things like beliefs, personalities, dislikes, likes.
Exactly. According to Studio 5 relationship coach Matt Townsend, much like a marriage, it's a relationship that needs work and investment. You've often talked to us before about sort of like the starved relationship, dealing with relationships as marriages, but neighbors is sort of the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to like make dinner with them. You can share your Diet Coke, your beverages, but I mean, think of it. Outside of your family, who else do you spend more time near than your neighbors? I mean, your house, your kids, there's so many things that can go wrong. Flooded basement, fence issues, all of these things. And I honestly believe, think of our little community, our town. Are we really good neighbors? Are we really doing what we can to reach out to everybody, or do we just kind of stick with our own, we stick with our people, we stick with our culture? We got a big issue.
Well, because good neighbors can essentially become family. I mean, I think back to some of the neighbors I had growing up. I'm in a fairly new area now, so I haven't quite formed that bond with my neighbors, you know, where I live right now. But those neighbors can become like family to you.
Well, and they really should. I mean, think about what happened in Japan. Neighbors matter.
Yeah.
They may not matter now when life's going perfect and everything's going the way we want it to go, but eventually neighbors matter. And so today we're going to talk about what I call the 7 basic needs, okay? You've heard me talk about the 7 basic needs of healthy relationships. Now we're taking it to healthy neighbor relationships. There's 7 things I want you to focus on. If you go to the website, you can pick up, it's basically a questionnaire of questions about these 7 things. Are you meeting these needs, okay? The needs spell the starve stuff, so if you're not meeting the needs, you're probably starving your neighbor or they're starving you, okay? Basic need number 1 is safety.
Safety.
If you want to be with somebody long term, you got to make sure that you feel free from danger and you have security, okay? People feel safe with their neighbors when they know that they're physically safe, that they're not having a drug house or a crack house next to theirs. They feel safe emotionally. They can share what they're feeling. They feel safe with their neighbors when they feel socially safe. Have you ever been excluded from neighborhood activities?
It can get creepy sometimes.
I mean, I don't know why, but all the time nobody invites us.
I can't imagine.
I think it's my wife. And but I don't know what else it could be. But socially safe. Do you feel socially safe with your neighbors? Do you feel like they're including you and bringing you into the circle, or are they drawing really small circles and keeping you out? Do you feel financially safe? Because notice your house is one of your biggest investments. Do your neighbors make your investment a safe investment? Or, you know, or they have their car out on blocks, and financially it's decreasing the value of your house.
I want to go back to that social safety, because I think that's probably one of the most prominent issues in neighbor relationships. How do you overcome that? How do you break those barriers?
Well, you know what? I think it's about you. It's about the listeners right now, the viewers, listening and saying, you know what? I know I don't even know 3 of my neighbors' names because they don't go to church with me. And it's not going to go talk to these neighbors just so that you can get them to go to church. It's really caring enough to be friends with your neighbors. If you have a block party, we have a big parade every 24th of July. We try to invite everyone in the neighborhood. We just have dinners with everyone in the neighborhood and had everyone come to a house, and we made sure everyone was invited. And then I think part of it is including their kids. And like my wife socializes with everyone in the neighborhood because of the kids. She knows everyone's phone number. She knows everything.
So it's reaching out.
It's reaching out.
Don't you think it's harder sometimes for men to do that? Because we're not home during the day. Our kids, we're not as interconnected with all the school and the room mother kind of stuff.
So think of how much, if there was a tsunami in Utah and all the women were flooded away and taken away, we'd be dead.
We'd be in trouble.
We just hope the kids would go with it.
Trust.
If you want to be in a long-term relationship, you got to trust people. Do you trust your neighbors? Do you trust them? Now, here's the best way to know if you are trusted. A trust is assured reliance on the character, strength, or truth of someone or something. It's confident hope. The best way to know if your neighbors trust you is do they leave their house in your care? Do they trust you to pick up their mail? Here's the key. Can you come in and do something while we're on vacation or something? Now, imagine how powerful that is when someone hands you the keys to their house. Especially somebody that's not like you, that's not from your group, that's not your age. That's a powerful sign of trust. It's also a way to build trust is to maybe ask people that you kind of know, would you be willing to watch our house and bring our mail in?
You can gauge where you're at.
Deal, yeah. It's also a way to extend trust. To get trust is to extend it.
I think sometimes we feel like we're imposing on them. We say, here's the key. But that actually might be the biggest way to build the trust is by showing, I trust you enough.
I trust you. Will you bring my mail in? What are they going to do? Go through your mail?
I like the next one, appreciation. I think that applies a lot to those neighbor relationships.
And everyone wants to be appreciated differently, right? The definition here is to value justly, to be aware and to be grateful for, to increase the value. And if something is appreciating like a relationship, it should be going up in value. You should notice that every year our relationship's getting better and better and better. That trust is deepening. And now everyone wants to show trust differently and receive it, or appreciation. Do you want a casserole? Is that what you want? Or do you just want someone that talks to you? Do you want somebody that really appreciates who you are and is willing to listen to you? So think about it as a neighbor. Are you really good at appreciating your neighbors, and is your value going up with them? Do you feel like more and more appreciation happening? The fourth one is respect. Do you feel like you respect your neighbors, and do they feel respected by you? Do you respect them only because they come from your same religion? Do you respect their diversity? Do you get into their cultural differences? I mean, think of all the stuff we've had on immigration lately. Are we creating a culture with each other that is more inviting and more mutually respectful? Can you respect the differences? Do you even know what ethnicity your neighbors are, or do you just assume what they are? If you haven't talked to them, don't make assumptions, right? Respect is something we give, and it's something we earn. But I think a lot of us are waiting for them to earn respect before we give it. So, with our neighborhood, are you a respectful person? Do people feel like you respect who they are? The next one is validation. If you want to be with somebody and have great neighbor relationships, you got to be validating each other. Validation doesn't mean you have to be right or wrong, but validation is to confirm the validity of someone being capable of being justified or defended, that they are sound.
So this is validating ideas, validating beliefs.
Conversations. Can you agree to disagree with your friends? Your neighbors? Can you have disagreements on politics and still hang out and talk? Or does it just get to the point we no longer invite those people because they're not valid? Okay? Validity and validation is one of the biggest human needs, I think, is just to be understood. The last two, one's encouragement. If you want to be with somebody long term, you got to feel like they're encouraging you. That's to inspire with courage and hope. Are you an encouraging neighbor? On a scale from 1 to 10, how would your neighbors rank you at encouragement?
That's a big question.
Yeah, I hate that question right there. Now I'm trying to think, what have I done? What have I done to encourage any of my neighbors recently about anything?
Do you even know what's in their heart? Do you know what their favorite hobby is? When you see them, do you talk about their hobby? Hey, how's golfing? I know you guys you're trying to break a record last year. Did you ever get that? How's that triathlon thing you're doing? Do you keep encouraging them to be the great person they are? And last but not least is dedication. Do you show commitment and dedication? That is to esteem or set apart for a definite purpose, to distinguish as special. Do you distinguish your neighbors as special? Do you only talk to them once a year? Are you only their friends every Christmas and you give them that neighbor gift that you've given everyone else? Or do you distinguish your neighbors as someone special? Do you see them at a jazz game and make an effort to go say hi? They're special people. These are the people that are going to defend your home, that'll defend your family, that'll defend you when we have our own little natural disaster. So, 7 basic needs. By the way, when the needs aren't met, you start to feel starved. Starved neighbors starve neighbors. If I don't feel safe with you, I'm not going to respect you. If I don't respect you, you won't trust me. If I don't trust you, I won't be dedicated to you. And that's how we spiral away in the neighborhood.
I respect you.
Thank you.
Really?
Where's your Diet Coke? Because I'm parched.
She's going to drink it in front of you. Tell us about the next date night coming up.
We have a killer date night coming up on the 25th, March 25th. This date night is about how you value the differences. How do you take differences between you and your partner and create synergy out of them? It's 7 to 9 on that night on Friday the 25th. $35. Give us a call, 801-747-2121. Tons of fun. Date nights are rocking. We just did one in Ogden. Rock the place.
Cool. This one's in?
This one's in South Jordan. Next month we'll be in Provo.
The traveling show continues.
Traveling show. It's a circus, folks.
Everyone that goes says they have such a great time, so it's something to put on your list for sure. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.